Blessings, dear ones. This is Amara Amethyst, and I'm here with a lunar Tarotscope for all of us for the time period between the full moon in Gemini on December 13th and the new moon in Capricorn on December 28th, 2016. As I said, my name is Amara Amethyst, and I am here to empower you to live your soul purpose. One way that I do this is through offering these free collective readings aligned with the moon cycles, the full moon and the new moon. I also offer holistic energy healing long distance and in person. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing with your friends. Again, this is a general reading intended to bring clarity and guidance to all of us, to align us with our highest good, and to serve the collective highest good as well. And this is intended for the time period between the full moon in Gemini on December 13th and the new moon in Capricorn on December 28th, 2016. However, if you do happen to be watching this video during a different time period, that means there's a message for you somewhere in here. If you are interested in a personal reading, you can contact me at nectarofthegoddesstemple@gmail.com. I'll also be sharing Facebook Live videos on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis in addition to these YouTube videos. And sorry about that, something just fell over there. Also, during this time that the reading is for, we will be experiencing the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. So I also have a mobile goddess temple called the Nectar of the Goddess Temple, and I will be offering a free virtual solstice or Yule ceremony on Wednesday, December 21st from 7 till 8 p.m. Central Time, and this will be streaming live via the Nectar of the Goddess Temple Facebook page and also on live stream. For the reading today, I'll be using the Fifth Tarot, which is a deck created by Martine and Teresina Bockens. I'll also be pulling a card from the Goddess Guidance Oracle, which was created by Dorian Virtue, and potentially also from the Angels of Atlantis Sound Healing Oracle created by Stuart Pearce. Some of the messages which I have already received for all of us for this time period are having to do with community. And so I keep getting the imagery of flocks of birds flying around together. So this to me brings up the idea of flying with your tribe. So community movements, collaboration, and working together are very important for us as individuals and also collectively at this time. So this leads me to questions which we can ask ourselves. So for example, in which ways are we well equipped to work together? And in which ways are we not well equipped to work with other people collaboratively? So what types of habits or traits or belief systems do we have that may hinder us when it comes to working together with a group? For example, do you always need to be right? Do you have preconceived ideas about a certain individual or a group of people? Being able to recognize and work through these things will be a huge asset during this time period. So sometimes things that could get in the way of us effectively working with others might be things having to do with trust issues or communication, or as I said before, prejudices which we may have about individuals or about groups of people. Some of this can be addressed and worked through on your own, and much of it will come up when working with others. So this message about community is not saying to blindly follow along with whatever everybody else seems to be doing. This is a message for us to find what is true for us So find what is true for you, what is alive in you. You can only find your real tribe when you are being authentic and true to yourself. Leadership also comes up with this. So in many species of birds, birds that flock or migrate. As flocks of birds migrate, it is not just one bird who leads the way the entire time. They actually take turns leading and following. So having some flexibility to be able to be the leader or to take up a different role in the group, whatever needs to happen. Another message which I have been receiving for us for this time period is about fears. So we have been moving through and continue to until the solstice on the 21st. We are moving through literally the darkest time of the year. And as we slow down, which many naturally do in the winter time, again in the northern hemisphere, as we slow down and move through darkness, fears can come up because we're finally taking the time to slow down and we're navigating through areas which we perhaps would not typically navigate through. Sometimes these fears which come up may even feel paralyzing. You can move beyond this and leave the fears behind you. Just be sure to actually face your fears and learn from your fears, or otherwise they'll probably pop back up at some point in the future. So those are the messages which I received for us in advance, and now I will pull a couple of cards for us. I'm going to pull some cards from, as I said before, from the 5th Tarot deck, and also from the Goddess Guidance Oracle and the Angels of Atlantis Sound Healing Oracle. So we're asking for guidance for that which is in our highest good to align us with our highest version of ourselves and to support the collective good during this time. Here's our first card. Okay. All right. Also pull a card from the Goddess Guidance Oracle. Here it is. And Angels of Atlantis Sound Healing deck. They're all just falling off now. Okay, here's this one. All right, so the first card which we received, the 3 of Shells Celebration. This card is a really beautiful card. I really like this. I love dolphins. So this card has 3 conch shells in the foreground and 3 dolphins jumping out of the water, as well as 3 little groupings of 3 pebbles each on the sand. The 3 of Shells, celebration. So this, the water suit has to do with our emotional body, our intuition, that which lies beneath the surface. And this card is saying that this is a time for celebration. And that even when things don't appear to always be going our way exactly, we can always find something to celebrate and be grateful for. And this is especially fun and easier to do when we are around like-minded beings who also enjoy celebrating. So dolphins are one species of animals who have been documented to play along with humans. They're very intelligent. So finding others who also enjoy celebrating the pleasures of life and to do that with others. Or just find a friend who you can feel grateful with. Let's see what other cards we have. We have the Hermit card. And this card, even though it was the last card that came out, this card is the underlying energy of this time. It just kept repeating that in my mind. So this is the underlying energy of this time period, is the Hermit. Often this is a message to retreat and slow down, to cultivate, to meditate, and to perhaps study. But it's also a time to say, just allow yourself to slow down and simply be, and allow all of the wisdom and knowledge which you have within yourself and which you have been cultivating to simply be. And others will recognize you for that and come and be drawn to you, be drawn to your light. This Hermit in this card is holding a staff that is glowing on the end, and he, while this figure is alone, he's not inside the cave in this figure. He's sort of out on the edge of the cave and holding that light for others to see. So this is saying to retreat. Many of us who are here at this time feel really drawn and really propelled by our purpose here. And we feel that we must always be taking action and there's always something to be done, which is, there's something to be said for that. It's good to be driven, but it's also very important to take care of yourself. So this is a beautiful time. As we are right at the winter solstice, this is a beautiful time of the year to slow down and take care of yourself. Yes, there may be a lot of gatherings going on this time of the year. There may be a lot of family commitments, things like that, but just make sure that you have some time to yourself for meditation and rest and pursuing learning about something which you care about. Okay. Our next card is another major arcana card, the Fool. So this card is the first card in the major arcana and is a being who is embarking on a new leg of his or her journey through life. And it's moving forward, stepping forward with this sense of innocence and joy. So again, we have celebration and we have joy, or the Fool stepping forward joyfully. So it's interesting as well that we have the Hermit, because these are very different energies. The Hermit, so as we allow ourselves to rest, to really cultivate all of our knowledge, this time of rest and meditation and retreat will allow for us to have the clarity to know when it is the right time to step forward onto our new path. Perhaps this is a particular time, perhaps this is a particular invitation, perhaps you will be drawing certain people to yourself, which will enable you to take new steps forward. But whatever the case may be, there is a balance of there's a balance. I was just trying to see which one was which. There's a balance of so it's saying that this is not a foolish stepping forward, like as in silly or stupid. This is the Fool as being open-hearted and open-minded and trusting the universe, trusting divine timing. There's a lot of wisdom in that. And you will be moving forward with all of this wisdom that you have cultivated along the way. Our last tarot card is the Ten of Fire, Radiance. So yet another being in this card, and this is a very magical card. And we have all different suits as well. We've had, this is in the fire suit. So this being has a knowledge of self and of one's inner divinity, and also of what sparks one's inner fire. And is radiating out. So really shining your light, doing your thing, spreading your message, whatever that may be. And there's also an energy of like commanding a presence. This person has both arms up like this, and so there's a power with that. This is a power stance. So if you need to feel, and actually there's this person also has one arm, both arms outspread. So I think like physically for us to cultivate this powerful radiance of our true selves, we can use body positioning. So things like standing or sitting with your arms up, and just taking a couple of deep breaths and feeling self-assured will help to cultivate this energy. But also, being in touch with what is true for you. And letting go of any fears of being seen in that, or any type of fears that you might have about your divine passion. What are you passionate about? What brings you joy? What are you good at? What are your natural abilities and skills? And what do you feel drawn to do in this world? And moving beyond any fears which may have limited you from doing that in the past, so that you can fully express who and what you are, which is so important. Okay, I also pulled a Goddess Guidance Oracle card, and we received Athena, Inner Wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. I feel like we get this card a lot in the collective readings. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom. And I will say there's an owl in both this card and the in the rock of the Hermit card, there is an owl. So owl energy is north energy for me. The ancestors, ancient wisdom. Owls are very wise beings who are very observant and move quietly. They're also amazing hunters, so they know when to act. Athena is a very wise and powerful goddess herself. And she is saying to us to trust ourselves, because we also are very wise and powerful. And to trust that you know what to do. You know what's in your highest good. You can feel it within you. Trust that. Okay, and our last card from the Angels of Atlantis Oracle is Raphael, Communion. In this deck, the angels are depicted as orbs. So the Archangel Raphael is a healing angel, among other things. And communion, so this is the angel Raphael sharing with us the importance of communion, the importance of coming together with others to pray or to do our work, and the medicine, the healing benefits of coming together with others. I personally have been so appreciative of the medicine of sisterhood And I see also the power of the medicine of brotherhood and just the medicine of community in general. Um, it's a very powerful thing for us to tap into. And I'm going to, that's a sound healing deck, so I'm going to look up what the sound healing is for that particular card. I'd also like to extend an invitation to you, since we are moving into a new year on the Gregorian calendar very soon. I am offering 13 moon tarot readings for people for the start of this new year. And I'm offering them at a special rate of $66. It's a 13 moon spread, so it covers the entire year of 2017 month by month. And it's a really amazing way to gain clarity and insight and some tools which you can use to keep yourself on track with your highest good for the entire upcoming year. And you can contact me at nectarofthegoddesstemple@gmail.com for more information about that or to schedule your reading. And I highly recommend these. Everybody loves them, finds them very useful. The new year and your birthday are excellent times for these. And I will end. Oh, and also, of course, I'll invite you to the Nectar of the Goddess Temple Winter Solstice live stream ceremony, Wednesday, December 21st, from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Time. Okay, Raphael, the Holy Healer, Communion. Okay, Raphael's oracle reminds you of the great Islamic tradition of the Hajj, an annual pilgrimage to Mecca, where pilgrims celebrate a communion with their earthly brothers and sisters in face of the divine. The objective is the twofold rite of collective petition and praise of the divine. Therefore, observe where communion is not apparent in your life. Know that the source is within you, ever present and all-wise, wishing you to reveal the joy of your life in your heart, which possesses true insight. Chant Om 3 times to align with the communion of the holy angels, and Raphael will show you the way. So I'll end with 3 Oms. Thank you so much for joining me. I invite you to join me in these Oms as well. Okay, so I'll take a deep breath in and out, and then another deep breath in, and on the exhale, I'll Om. Okay, deep breath in and out. Deep breath in. Much love and many blessings.